Everybody come on in, pop your pro. Alright, so for the next drill that we're going to run is finally getting to our transitions. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot one round of our rifle, transition over to our pistol, one round. And then from there we're going to do a check drill. So essentially what a check drill is with our pistol in our hand after we engage that one shot with our target. We'll bring our rifle up, inspect it. We're going to see that it's empty. From that point, we're going to reinsert our pistol into our holster, fix our gun, load it back up, and get ready for the next iteration. So real quickly, we're going to have Dave demonstrate it as well. That way you guys can see it. And if you have any questions, just let us know. So, eyes and ears. So first, we're going to have you guys load up your pistols. Dave is going to perform an admin reload with his pistol. So he's going to take it out of his holster. He's going to lock his slide to the rear, take a loaded 10-round magazine, insert it into the gun, and again, he's going to look inside of his ejection port and then send the slide forward, watching that round get seated into the chamber. Once he's loaded up, he's going to reinsert his pistol into his holster, and he's going to get his rifle ready. So rifle comes up, same thing, admin load, bolts locked to the rear, insert your magazine, send the bolt forward, watch it go in. All right, now his gun's loaded. So one of the things we're going to do in this drill is we're going to induce the bolt lock. So in order to do that, we're going to take an empty magazine. He's got it in his hand right now. He's going to bring it over to his rifle, take his loaded magazine out, and he's going to insert his empty magazine. Mind showing them how you're holding it right now? Yeah. Can everybody see this? So what I like to do is I like to take my empty magazine, my beer can grip. So I like having my rounds facing rear for my rifle. I'll index it onto the other magazine and wrap my fingers around. If you guys can't see me behind, come over this way. So wrap my fingers around, that way I have positive control of the magazine that's in the gun. I'll hit the magazine release at this point, magazine will come out, and then I'll rotate the magazines, and then push and pull. Push and pull to make sure that magazine, I slide that magazine off, and then I re-index it in my pouch. Alright? Any sense, everybody? Alright, so with this setup right now, what's going to happen, he's going to fire one round off his rifle, his bolt comes off, another round, he's going to feel that mush. At that point, he's going to transition over to his pistol, engage one shot onto target. Okay. Alright, eyes and ears. Eyes and ears. Alright, shooter ready. Alright. Alright, right there, he's back at compress ready. So his pistol is back in towards him. He's picking up his rifle, looking at his rifle, make sure it's empty. Looking into his ejection port.
Making sure not to muzzle my hand.
Yeah, make sure not to muzzle your hand. That's important, that we don't end up shooting yourself by accident.
I'm going to look down at my holster, reinsert.
And from here, he's going to do his tactical reload, and reinsert his empty magazine, setting up for the next drill. Okay. Anybody have any questions? No? You guys can see that one more time. All right. Shooter ready. Stand by. And he's ready for the next iteration. So you don't have to shoot that fast. Go at your own pace. Make sure that you guys learn the steps and how to properly transition. I guess one talking point I have on that is when you're slinging your rifle down, you can either go to the side or down into a center line. So for me, I tend to go from here down to the center. Main reason being is if my rifle is down here, I still have access to my magazines over here. That way it makes the reload easier for me. Some people like to come over and sling it over to the side like this. You can do that. That's quicker for you guys. That helps clearing your space right here so you can shoot. But be aware that if your rifle is over here, it'll be harder to access your magazines. Make sense?
Yeah.
So, try both. See what works for you, and then go from there. One thing to note with the transitions is we never want to transition a rifle to pistol with the loaded rifle. Anyone guess why? Exactly. So, even though my safety's on, there's always a chance that my safety can get bumped off, whether it's rubbing on my gear here or over here. If that goes off and my gun's loaded and it snags my trigger, that's going to go off. Right? So for purpose of this course, we are not transitioning with the loaded rifle to our pistol. We're only transitioning with our empty rifle over to our pistol. Okay?
Kind of caveat on that a little bit. Even in the military, we don't transition on a hot gun quickly. If we're going to transition from a rifle to a pistol, for example, like if I'm going to clear in a confined space, I'm going to climb a ladder, I'm going to do something like that where I need my pistol because my rifle is too long, I'm going to transition slowly. I'm not going to be whipping a loaded gun ever behind me or in front of me or for any reason. I'm just going to be getting my pistol out nice and methodically. All right. You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot, or you don't want to shoot one of your buddies by accident because it catches on a piece of gear. All right. Then also talking about why we transition, when we transition. So when we would want to transition is kind of the 25 meter mark. 25 meters, it's, you have enough time to actually transition, right? Or you should be transitioning because you don't have time to fix the gun, all right? Beyond 25 meters, usually you'll have enough time to get behind some cover, fix whatever malfunction it is, and use a rifle to address that threat because it's further away. Distance equals time. If you are within 25 meters, even if I get a click, if I have a pistol, I'm going to be transitioning that pistol and using that because I know this works. And let's say, it didn't lock back and it went on an empty chamber. I tap rack. Now that bolt carrier is locked to the rear, and I've wasted time. All right. So within 25 meters, I always transition to a pistol if I have it. Beyond 25 meters, generally speaking, I'll try and fix my rifle. All right.
Up online. Pistols out of your holster. Lock your slides to the rear.
Hey, Angela.
Yeah.
In between each step, let's pause them.
All right. Fishing gear.
You're locked to the rear?
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead and insert magazine.
Slides locked to the rear.
Yeah.
Insert a loaded magazine. Magazine inserted. Send the round forward. Locks the round. Chamber.
Easy name. Bessie, yeah.
Rifles up. Admin load the rifle.
No questions asked.
Are you gonna
Drop the bolt? Yep. Do attack. So reinsert that.
Or loaded. Magazine. Insert that into your gun.
at a 90-degree angle to the other? That mag will be pointing.
Close your gun scope.
Bar with a wooden handle.
You don't have to do attack loads, but it gets you one more rep in on practicing.
Right.
So this is about speed. It's about just exercise,
RSOs, thumbs up when ready.
Right, for everything.
All right, on the buzzer. Engage target with one shot to the torso. Transition to pistol. One shot to the torso. Once you engage with the pistol, come back to compress ready with your pistol. All right. Shooters ready. Stand by.
All right, nope. We're gonna do a check drill, remember? So keep that pistol pointed out. All right. Break your grip. So take your left hand off. Scoop that rifle up.
Oh, right.
Yep. So you're gonna look down at your ejection port. What's going on with your gun? It's empty, right? All right. So now we know what the problem is. Can we fix it? Okay. So safety on and reholster. Do attack.
Right.
So get a good grip on there. Right.
Arso, make ready for
And safety on. Cover, but I always get in the habit of doing it.
I know. Free reps, yeah. Free practice.
Arsos, thumbs up and down.
Are you doing both of them?
I got both of them.
Okay.
One shot, quick. Pistol, one shot. Bring it up. Pull away.
Shooters ready.
Right.
Stand by.
Hella slow.
Yeah.
See, so it's a return back.
Yeah.
You gotta add and then load again.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
that last
you don't
part.
fire.
Yeah, you just and then you. That's why I was gotta be careful. Just throw back on safe.
Yeah. Now, one thing to keep in mind too
Right.
is when we normally do a single load,
Maybe I'll add
just really attack.
maybe when I run dry before I drop, I'm gonna run it to safe.
I don't care about that magazine. We'll just drop it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Shooters, if you're finished, load your rifles. Reholster your pistols.
That's small hand. That's good that you can do like small digital.
But you can.
Basketball.
What's more important? I would have small hands for you.
Arsos, thumbs up and ready.
I only know I can't do that.
Shooters ready. Stand by.
So I can watch him.
Safe. Yeah.
See him faster now.
One shot. Pistol shot. Rifle shot.
See? See? It's confusing.
I think we did 3 already.
And this one.
Yeah.
Once you are finished, reholster your pistol. Load your rifle.
And then let's open up your chamber. Make sure it's going to be up.
That's why I say we're doing administrative.
Arsos, thumbs up and ready.
Because my habit would be jumping in, you know? Competition side, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's all I
Shooters
hear.
ready. Stand by.
He has a 6 mag, rifle mag.
When I click there on, I'll have another like 3
Yeah. That's the one that came ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get him.
Yeah.
Arsos, thumbs up and ready. Shooters ready. Stand by.
Hold on. The South African Army one they have, like that. No, it's like we developed it for like going long range reconnaissance.
Shooters ready. Stand by.
Asian South African.
So as soon as that pistol comes out, you're pushing up towards the target. You see a lot of times you're pissing out, and then you're taking it back.
Yeah, I don't know why. I dry fire so many times. I still like pushing safety off to the very end. Like I need to.
As soon as you're level, it's a learning experience, right? Don't do it down, but as soon as you're level.
That's a recommendation that you need to put safety off when you move it, when you push it.
Shooters ready. Stand by.
Transition to it's just not locking back. You can lock it back now.
Arthur, thumbs up and ready.
Oh. Is that the 20 round one? I thought it was 20.
Shooters ready. Stand by.
Just need more practice. And one more.
Arthur, thumbs up and ready.
The real tough part is recoil. But you know how that's like. There's no recoil anyway. But it's not this
Alright, we're gonna load our pistols first.
If you want to take a half step forward here.
Can you take one step to the left? That's what I'm doing. I just want to be on the pistol side so I can see the holster.
There might be a little bit of confusion on the first one, but once you guys transition from your rifle to your pistol, after you shoot your pistol, come back to compress ready like this, bring your rifle up, inspect it. If it's unloaded, if it's unloaded, take your pistol, reinsert it through your holster, and load up your rifle and put it for the next iteration. Does that make sense, everybody? Marsos! So, our students load their pistols.
Slow up. Lock to the rear. Admin load. Insert magazine. Alright, and holster. Make sure you got two.
Loaded your pistol. Rifles up. Set.
Alright, rifle. Watch the roll ready, do an admin load. Alright, now do a tack load with the empty mag. I like to close the dust cover.
David, I'm gonna go back. There's some people going right now.
Yeah.
Guns up and ready. Shooters ready. Stand by.
So, technically, the entire facility is no space. Even the parking lot. I don't think it's say anything. Yeah. Yeah, I think the city and county. I think it's also food free now. I don't think they're offering any food anywhere in there because they're worried about the whole lead poisoning thing.
How are we gonna eat lunch today?
I think you're supposed to go outside. I'm not sure about that. I just think so.
Shooters ready. Stand. Thumbs up and ready. Shooters ready. Come on. Stand by.
I don't, but you can. Because if it's a malfunction, I usually attempt to. If I don't get it, that's fine. Just because if it's a malfunction, it won't go on site.
Okay.
If it's empty, it will go on site. Yeah. If the hammer's not back, it won't go on site.
That makes sense.
Thumbs up and ready. Stand by.
Yeah, practice. Yeah. Just that reload part. I like to drop the mag and then
Mags out, put the one in, drop it, drop it. Keep pulling.
Yeah.
Thumbs up and ready. Shooters ready. Stand by.
Doing all this.
Chamber first, and then put away.
Don't know. Keep them both.
Right there.
Drop the ball, drop the mag. Take it out.
Yeah, the extra one.
Thumbs up and ready.
That's a good idea.
Something to think about.
Right. Time right now.
Ready. Stand by.
He gets both in the hand, right? Drop the mag. Now.
Picking up brass. Yes, sir.
Understand?
RSOs, thumbs up and ready.
You gotta try it that way.
Fine.
Ready. Stand by.
Click it that way. Yeah. Dry
Can't
fire.
stop and load.
The first two that messed up caused me to turn around.
You see what they're doing? You're kind of thinking about it with your mind.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch this.
Practice the right park and then do the
Prevagen, baby.
Ready. Stand by.
I thought it was gonna be raining today. And overcast on this side because it was raining all over the island. It's so
ready.
Oh no.
Shooters ready. Stand by. You're finished. Unload and choke clear. This is the RSO.
Good, insert your pistol magazine. Alright, magazine out. Insert your chambers. Good. And let it hammer.
You gotta try to keep the gun in your hand without and then maneuver it with this hand. Left hand. Because you don't want to where it's just going all over your gun while
So unload.
so
Unload his pistol. Magazine out. Then clear his left.
Gotta remember different zeros.
All right, twos if you're clear. Offline. Threes up online.